Hello, welcome to Bob's Dungeon. My name's Bob, I'll be your host. As you can see, I'm out of the dungeon again, and it's so I can look at another creepy place. So, let's get looking. As you can see, this time, I am in an old cemetery. This is a little bitty cemetery, just off the highway, between Seymour and Brownstown. It's on this little bitty hill. I'm not sure if anything creepy or bad has ever happened back here, but cemeteries are resting places for the dead, and by that alone, that makes them creepy places, at least for the living. And these graves are pretty old. Most of them have the faces worn off of them due to time, and you can't read what's on them. And some, unfortunately, have fallen over. Hopefully, that's due to time and not the stupidity of vandals. But it's not a very big cemetery. It's pretty creepy. This one is probably the most impressive tombstone in the cemetery. None of them are overly large, but they're all really old. I don't think this place is used anymore. But it's pretty nifty. At least it's maintained enough to still be mowed. We're on the back side of the cemetery now. Like I said, a lot of the graves are so old they're falling over. At least I hope that's just from age. I really hate thinking of people with such disrespect that they'd come out and vandalize somebody's headstone. That just is something horrible. So while I'm here, I figure I'll go ahead and use those apps that I got, that I used in my last video. They're bogus, but they were pretty fun. So let's give them a try, shall we? First app I'm using is the GhostTube SLS, and according to it, I have got something dancing on this grave over here. Let's go over here, take a better look, and as I get closer it disappears. And like all the others, you can't read it because of age. So let's check it out. And now it's not there. Huh. So that's cool. I don't see anything else. So now we're checking out the other GhostTube app. Let's go over here by this gravestone where we saw the thing. See if we get anything. Is there anybody here that'd like to say anything? Anything at all? Go towards the back again. And I'm not picking anything up. It was neat that the SLS worked. We'll have to check that out in the dark. Anybody have anything to say? at the impressive tombstone. And I'm getting nothing. Nothing at all. Nobody has anything they want to say. Over there is what looks like the newest headstone. I'm not going to show it because I don't want to be disrespectful giving out people's information, even if they are deceased. But we got nothing. And that's the cemetery at night. We'll come back out here at night and see how creepy it is. Just a small little cemetery. Very secluded. Very by itself. And we'll see if anything happens at night. And we're back in the cemetery at night. It's hard to see at night because the lighting I have is not very good. But here is a back part of the cemetery that I didn't make it to last time. Of course, we got old graves. And this one seems to be off by itself compared to the others. And we'll come around back here. We got a stump. This cemetery is not very much used, I don't think, because all the graves are pretty old. And it's just an old cemetery in the middle of Jackson County, Indiana, between Seymour and Brownstown, Indiana. And compared to the daylight, this place is kind of creepy. I don't feel much different than I did during the day here at night, but it's pretty neat. Unfortunately, we still have the gravestones that have been knocked down, which I hope is something that's happened to them over time and not vandals. So that's just the most disrespectful thing. Always respect the dead. And there's the grave marker I like. That is just a neat grave marker. We're coming back to the back part of the cemetery. It's much darker back here. And got some little graves. But as old as this place is and as abandoned as it seems, it's very well kept. I like that. Somebody takes the time out to come back here and take care of the place. So let's go ahead and check out some of those apps again. We had success with the SLS earlier. Maybe we'll have some success again. Let's see. And here we are using the SLS. It's pretty dark. We'll come up here where we had the success earlier. Maybe we'll see something. And I do not. I was really impressed earlier when I actually saw something with this app. I think it's too dark this time around. So we've moved on to the other app. And let's see if we can pick up anything. And here's where we had the success with the SLS earlier. And I got nothing. Let's just go over here to these markers by themselves. Still got nothing. If anybody'd like to say anything, I'm here to listen. You can say whatever you want. You can tell me anything you want. Again, I'm not picking up anything. In the back part of the cemetery here, I still ain't got nothing. I guess nobody's talkative here. Nothing at all. So that was my look at a small little cemetery in Jackson County, Indiana. And I do have a correction to make. My one app did pick up some things. I didn't hear them because I made the mistake of having the sound turned off on my phone while I was recording. And it picked up the word elderly by the tombstone where I got the dancing figure on the SLS. And by the newer headstone, it picked up I am listening. And it also picked up heart attack, which if I had the volume turned up, we would have heard that, and that would have been very helpful at the time. And the only reason I caught it was during editing, I noticed at the bottom of the screen, it actually lists what is being said, and it had those words down there. Wish I would have caught that when they happened, but I didn't. I apologize. But that's pretty neat. We might take another look at that cemetery at some point. Who knows? And next time I won't make the same mistake, and maybe we'll hear it as it happens. But thank you for watching this look at a small little cemetery in Jackson County, Indiana. And hopefully you'll join me next time where we'll talk about something else. Bye.